Accountability Council amplifies the voices of communities around the world to protect their human rights and environment, all aimed at making sure that communities are heard by international level decision makers, where big international projects like dams, mines, and pipelines can cause harm. And we also help decision makers bridge that big divide between where decisions are made and the communities they impact. Accountability Council's Communities program works at the direct request and only at the direct request of affected communities who've been harmed by international financial flows. And the way we do that work is to first understand the needs of the community as they express their human rights or environmental goal. And our work in that program is to help them achieve that goal through support with the complaint process to one of the accountability offices established solely to receive community grievances about human rights or environmental abuses. Our policy advocacy program focuses on making sure that the accountability offices that we use, these offices established to receive grievances in international financial flows, are independent, fair, transparent, effective, accessible for the communities who really require them often as the only avenue for remedy and justice when they've been harmed. We have a research database of every complaint ever brought to every one of these accountability offices, now almost 1,300 cases from the mid-90s to today. Communities are able to use complaint offices to get information to decision makers in a really effective way, often getting directly to the boards of directors of the international institutions, deciding where these financial flows are going and how they're being deployed. These are communities where government repression, corporate violence, civic space is closing very dramatically. So elbowing out room for communities to be heard at the international level is critically important to developing civic infrastructure in local communities that funnels up to national resource. This is a quote directly from Ilna Saint-Jean, a farmer in Haiti who is one of the 4,000 people displaced by an industrial park that was created after the earthquake in Haiti. We can't feed ourselves because we have lost everything, and it's hard for us right now. Before, I could grow things to eat: corn, peas, potatoes, peanuts, manioc. I had 1 hectare. I can't make money today. As a result of support from Accountability Council and local partners, she was able to achieve with her fellow farmers an agreement that they reached in December of 2018 to remedy much of the harm they'd experienced through a dispute resolution process, bringing the parties together to reach an agreement. That's an example of one of the 50 communities we've supported in the last decade to really have their voice amplified, to be heard by decision makers, to have a seat at the table, and to be able to determine their own destiny through this process of using an accountability office.